All right, here we are at 266 Gretna Green. Here is the front door. So you walk in to the threshold here. This is hardwood floors here. They look original. They're in very good shape. They're kind of like a chestnut brown, probably not orange, not red. So a very classic color that's still in style now, which is nice. Here is your front coat closet. It does go all the way up there in case you had some boxes or something. You also have that up there, and I didn't bring a ladder with me, so I can't tell you what's in there, but could be fun. Here is what is probably like the first kind of front living room here. So here, we'll walk up the stairs. And so there's a couple different levels here to keep track of. We're going to go down a step into this living room, which is pretty good sized. I'm not good at guessing sizes, so hopefully there's a floor plan, but it's definitely big enough for a sectional, a TV, two couches, a seating area. You have a lot of flexibility in this room. It's maybe like 14 by 16, 14 by 18, somewhere around there. Excuse me. It does have overhead lighting, which is lovely. Two big windows in the front. You have this guardrail here for safety. There is another step there. So we'll come back into the main corridor here. Here is what could be a dining space, judging by the chandelier placement there. There are, you'll note, some blue tape on the walls. That's, I think, because it's going to be repaired, some of the paint. So you will see those. Don't mind that. It's not, the walls are in good shape. Those are there for another reason. Anyway, here, and this is another space back here. Very cool. Could be also a dining space, or, I don't know, another living room, a den, or whatever you're looking for. Here, this walks out. So there's a few steps down that would go onto a nice stone patio area here. And then you have a little bit of a rock section over there. I think we can see that from the kitchen. And then nice fence there. So there's no grass on this one that I can see. So here we go. You can see the little stone section over there. I know, there's a garden bed. Anyway, here's the kitchen. So you do have this very cool old school intercom system, which I don't know if it works, but boy, it would be really awesome if it did. There's one on the doorbell, and then there's another one downstairs. I'll show you. These are new cabinets. These are not the original cabinets, and they do not match the rest of the cabinets, but they coordinate well enough. These look like IKEA cabinets, which are lovely because they have the soft close drawer slides and the soft close cabinets up here. So very nice, very clean. These, IKEA cabinets are great. I think you'd like these. And they coordinate well enough with the rest of the space that you can tell it was added later, but I don't think it would be the first thing anyone would notice. In here, we have a large modern fridge. It's pretty clean on the inside. There's lots of water in there if you're thirsty. Nice cooktop for sure. A KitchenAid stove. These are expensive, so that's a nice product there. So original cabinets, they're a bit dated, but they're in good shape and they look nice. So here you have this beverage cooler, which is nice. Countertop microwave. And then you can see outside in the sink, which is a full-size sink, which is lovely. So we'll let me see if I can get a wider shot of the kitchen for you. So here we go. So it's not huge, but it's not small. I would say this is a standard like 10 by 10 kitchen, maybe 12 by 12. It's not tiny. There's a ton of space in there. You could easily, entertain in here, in that space at the other side, the dining area, and then through here. So let's go upstairs first to see the bedrooms. There's that front chandelier, which is really pretty. And so we'll take one step up here to what I would like to call the mezzanine bathroom. Very cute, basic pedestal sink, upgraded fixtures. The tile is brown, but it's not obnoxious. It looks nice. And then we will go up the stairs. This is kind of a dark brown carpet. Sometimes the colors don't show up in the video, but it is dark brown. It's in good condition. I don't see many stains. There might be a couple spots here and there. Like this might be a little spot, but it doesn't look bad. You can barely see it. There's no odors or anything like that. Up here, this is a different floor. And it looks a little too shiny to be engineered wood. So I'm thinking it's likely a vinyl, but it does look good. It is shiny, but it does look good. So here is the first bedroom, and they have the cool light switches with the LEDs in them. And then these rooms do have overhead light, which is lovely. So you're going to hear my voice echoing in here. Normal height ceilings, but they look good. So one closet here, and this is bedroom number 1. And then over here we have a linen closet. So not huge, not tiny. It'd be probably fine. It's about a normal size for a 3-bedroom place, I would say. Here is the washer and the dryer. Nice stacked set. They look pretty new. They look clean. I checked. There's no like mildew in the washer ring or anything gross. So those look pretty good. Let's see this other smaller bedroom here. This is the same size as the first one we were in, I would say. Overhead light again. Cool lighting fixture. Ooh, an intercom. So very cool. Could be fun. Here's a closet in here. So then hallway bathroom. Very nice. Has definitely been updated since it was built. Modern vanity here. Sink, mirror, cute little crystal light. That's a really good fan. That's one we have in our bathroom. It works really well. Bathtub shower combination right here. So yeah, it's really nice. It's a good size for Northern Virginia, and it's definitely been updated and it's very clean. So here is the primary. So you have, you have a French door that opens into your room. So here's the hallway. You come up the stairs, and then you go left to go there. Linen closet, washer and dryer. There's the 3rd bedroom is back there, and then here's the primary. So you'll walk up, and you have French doors, very fancy. You do have the slanted ceiling in here, so it does definitely make it feel larger. This is a good sized bedroom. Maybe a new fan. Here's the remote and stuff for it. Intercom. So, okay, so you walk in. So the only part that's a little bit weird is it's harder to get into the closet if you have the bedroom doors open. But once you do that, here is the very nice closet. This is like a little hidey door in here for some things. Then you can kind of close it. Well, you can sort of close it. Here is, this looks like the original wood that was probably put in the home. So, space for hanging, space for whatever, clothes. You can even use that top space that's up there. So the lights in here are nice. It gets plenty of light. 2 big windows, TV mount. Again, just, places to repair with the paint. No big deal. And then you have the full-size door to the bathroom here, which is nice. And you walk right in and you see nice double vanity. Beautiful shower. So there's no tub in this one. Let's see, toilet, standard toilet. There's a nice big window here to bring in light. Beautiful shower with a waterfall and then the wand. So, and you have some built-in niches over here, which is really cool. And then let's see, here's a little extra linen closet, which is nice for all your cosmetics and bathroom needs. So this one doesn't have quite as much counter space as some others, so it'd be nice to use that for storage in there. All right, so here's the primary. And then we'll go and check out the basement. So we'll leave the primary and we'll, and that's the cord to like an attic. You could tack that up. But anyway, we'll go down the stairs. There's the powder room, the mezzanine bathroom. And we will check out the basement. So let's go here. Okay, so front living room, dining area. We'll call this like the rear living room. I'm not sure. Go down the stairs. So the still wood here, and it switches back to carpet here. This is, I think, the same carpet that's upstairs. The light's a little different, so it looks a little lighter, but I'm pretty sure it's the same carpet. And we come down here into another flooring. This one might be, it looks more like a laminate, but it's probably a vinyl since we're below grade. Here is the powder room down here. So you have another half bath, similar to the one upstairs. It's nice and modern. It's clean. It's got new fans. It's been well maintained. Someone's taken care of this home for sure. In here, we have the coolest closet I've ever seen. So you walk in, you open the closet, and it looks like this, like a normal coat closet. But then you can go underneath the stairs into this little hidey hut down here, and I can almost stand. I'm 5'6", and I can, well, actually I can stand, but I wouldn't. I feel afraid. But it's about 5'6", I guess. You have some water in here, but this would be great for storage. There's a ton of space in here. That's super cool. And there's a light, which is really nice too. Okay. So we'll back out of the closet here. And here is the garage. So this is a 1-car garage. It looks like a garage. It has some stuff in it. And I don't know that all that stuff would stay. A lot of it's painting stuff and, sheetrock, mud and stuff. So I don't know that that would be here, but for now it is. You got one shelf there. You got another little shelf here. Some just miscellaneous shelving everywhere. It's a good size for a one car. It's a little deeper, so I didn't have that extra kind of pocket back there. So, okay. And then so there's the stairs to come down, right? And then we'll walk over here. Here is a very boring utility closet. Oh, it's not. I take it back. It is a very boring storage closet, but that's even better. So it looks like the washer and dryer were down here at one point. And then there are some heaters. I don't know if that means that it gets cold here in the winter. I'm not sure what that means. But there are some plug-in heaters in there. Here is another closet. So it's really deep. It would be kind of hard to like really store stuff back there because it's so deep. But if you had the right things, you definitely could. This is yet another closet, also with a light in it. Very nice. So this kind of goes under the stairs the other way here. And you have a little shelf and some things like this. So this one has a ton of storage in it. We'll close this door, and then this is where you can tell where they're still repairing the walls, right? So there's your income. And here we go. So same vinyl floor. There is a fireplace down here. I don't know. I think it might be a wood burning fireplace. I'm not sure the terms on that. You'd want to ask the landlord, but it is a fireplace. Nice brick wall there. Nice big windows. I don't see any light coming in. So, okay, there's a well up there. You can see it now. So this is an egress, of course, that you want to have in case of fire. But it does block a lot of the light, so I wouldn't count on a ton of natural light down here. It does have overhead lighting, and then you have this little kind of mini bar situation. So little sink, some extra cabinets, and a fridge. So here we go. Here's this last room. And this one is definitely more of a rectangular shape than the one upstairs. That's more square. There are some nice touches like USB-Cs in the outlets and things that show that, this place has been maintained and updated over the years, which is always nice in a rental. So here we go. Here we're back in the basement area. Garage, cool closet, bathroom, and then back upstairs.